think the free from category is really important right now, from a trends perspective, is that more than ever we're seeing consumers taking interest in their own health. Dr. Google, everybody is Googling what they have, what they might have, and asking questions of each other. And that's driving a greater level of interest in not only the free from category, but just more generally around health and well-being. So I think, the big opportunity, the big interest is actually what does free from mean today, and where's it going to grow in terms of what consumers are looking for. I think one of the interesting things around it, which is the fact that actually there's quite a lot of uncertainty about free from and what does it actually mean for people. And so what sparks from that is an element of frustration. So people don't really know how to diagnose what they need and why they need it. But equally, it sparked a lot of interest in terms of excitement. So people are interested in discovering new products, new foods, drinks, and that sort of thing. And we're interested in what drives the frustration and excitement in consumers. So I think that's why it's a really interesting time. The big changes that we're seeing in the free-from market is, if you think about the aisle as it was, say, 3-4 years ago, it was probably had a span of like 2 or 3 feet in a supermarket. It then went to a whole aisle. Actually, the stores of the future will have a massive, it may even not be called free-from in the future. It'll be health and well-being. So there's a big thing in terms of just the name of the category and what it actually means for people. That's the first thing. And then at a product level, what you're going to see products coming in which are beyond free from. So not only is it alt dairy, which is kind of already here, lactose intolerant, those sorts of things, but you'll see kombucha's already now here. And I think the interesting thing about free from is actually, if you were to ask somebody in their early 20s, do they call it free from? Do they really regard it as free from? Or is it just actually, this is part of my diet? So I think that the big change you're going to see is actually a change in the language, the way that we talk about free from as a category, and the foods and products that we'll end up buying in the future. People won't classify themselves as free from one thing or another. It'll just be normal. A lot of what we've done in this space is we've taken emerging trends. We've, particularly in the health and well-being environment, so the likes of Reckitt Benckiser, Danone, big retailers like Tesco and Marks and Spencer's. And effectively, the way that we work with them is that we look at actually what are consumers voicing online, what are they talking about, what are their needs, what are their undermet needs, and what are they looking for, and how are they talking about that. And then we'll take that and actually say, well, what's the big drivers? What are the big needs that sit underneath? And actually, what are the products that might meet those needs? And that's how we develop products and propositions with some of our big customers. So that's the way that we work. We're really interested in is where somebody is, say, voicing a level of frustration around an existing category or an existing range of products. So if you think about free from, in the past, actually, when you think about health and well-being, it was lots of pills on an aisle, maybe in Boots, maybe in Holland and Barrett. But now more and more you're seeing liquids, you're seeing powders, you're seeing part of meal solutions. So it's really interesting that actually moving from not only the needs, but also the formats that people are using. It's not going to be in a cupboard anymore. It'll be in the fridge. It'll be part of people's just daily life in and out of the home. So that's how we work with clients to imagine what that future might be. I'll be talking at Food Matters Live about emotion, and I'll be in particular focusing on what from a frustration and excitement perspective drives consumers' behaviours. So I look forward to seeing you there.